Hello and welcome. My name is Melody and welcome to episode 23 of the Melody Crochet Podcast. Here I talk to you about all of my mini crochet and yarn endeavors. There is also a little bit of knitting, a little bit of dyeing. Sometimes I spin yarn. I like all things that have to do with yarn. There's a lot of yarn shopping at times. But right now, not so much because we have the DFW Fiberfest coming up in about 2 weeks. So I'm kind of clenching it in just a little bit, trying to be strong. But welcome. If you are new, I hope you enjoy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. If you like, please like below. And if you love, please subscribe so that we can stay in touch. I have other videos, other podcasts that come out. I like to review yarn and just kind of delve into all things yarny in general. If you have any questions or comments, those are very, very welcome. Feel free to leave them in the comments below or come link up with me over on social media. All my social media links are below. Also, I would love to see you over on Instagram and Snapchat. And if you are returning, thank you. I give you a big old hug. I hope you've had a great week. Lots and lots of making, and I also hope you guys have a cup of tea. Whoop, I totally jostled you. There we go. I hope you have a cup of tea, something to work on, and that you're having a fabulous day. By the way, I'm having lemon loaf tea, Tazo. I think I was introduced to it by Hannah originally over at Cozy Cottage Crochet, and it's so good. You could practically taste the butter in the lemon loaf, I swear. It's so good. And there's no caffeine. I kind of wish there was, because I could use it. By the end of these, you kind of see me sinking down where but the spring decor along 18. That's a long hashtag, isn't it? But that's what it is. Hashtag spring decor along 18 over on Instagram and on the Ravelry group. There are 3 prizes. I have not advertised. If you look over there, we've been open with it for a couple weeks now. I think we have 6 finished objects. I haven't advertised this at all. If you're looking for a prize, I know a place where you should go. Because I've been really quiet about it because I hadn't quite. I like to get the prizes situated before I introduce it along, and I didn't this time. I knew what I was giving away, but I hadn't divided it all up, and now I have it all divided in front of me. We have, this will be in a different bag, but I divided up the yarn. We have the Quirky Monday crochet podcast. She gave us some bags. I dyed the yarn. There's some other goodies in here, and we have some pattern donations, which are fabulous also. So now that I have that all squared away, I feel a lot more comfortable advertising it, because sometimes the after effects of an along take me a little bit of time, and I feel really guilty. I think shipping is the hardest thing for me on earth. I have no idea why. I love to make, and this isn't just for the podcast, this is like everything. I love to make gifts for people, and then actually shipping them it takes me time. And it shouldn't. I literally just ship postage, and I keep the boxes in stock here at the house, and bags and everything, and make it as easy as I possibly can, and I still procrastinate. I don't know why. Anybody else out there a procrastinator? I love to make. Maybe that's the problem. I love to make, and you have to stop making for a minute to ship. That could be my issue. So that was pretty much our admin, the Facebook group, the along, which ends on the 12th of April. It's all things springy for your abode, be it your house, your cubicle, your car, anything around you that you are decorating in a colorful manner. It could be spring holiday related or not. That's completely up to you. I'm very open. As long as it's not something that's decorating your body, it's a spring decor along, in my opinion. So come see us, come join in the chatter. There will be at least 1 prize each for the chatter, at least 1 prize each for the finished object, and there will be a YouTube video that I pop up, and if you pop a comment on there letting me know what you're making, and it'll be before the 12th, then you will be in for the YouTube prize, which will be my second YouTube prize. I did get my first YouTube prize, I think it was about a week and a half ago, and it went to Odd But Nice, and I'm so excited. My big old thank you, and thank you guys for participating. It was fabulous. And let's see, what do we have? That's about it for I'm thinking twice just because it seems like there was another thing. But no, that was about it for admin. And let's get into finished objects, shall we? Okay, first off, a little backstory. Zelda had mentioned Darn Good Yarn. I was very interested, so I signed up for their subscription, and they sent me some really pretty silk yarn. They sent me silk ribbon yarn, which has been given. I tried to make something out of it, and I couldn't, so it's gone for now. But this silk yarn was really pretty. Now I considered, this is the silk roving from Darn Good Yarn, and I considered making the calorimetry. I feel like I'm leaving out a syllable there. Gracious, but I was gonna make one, but it was a bit too colorful after I started stitching it up, and I just didn't think I was gonna wear it near my face, so I decided to make a doily, and I just kind of winged it. It was on a J-hook, really fast, easy project, just because I was excited to use the yarn, and I just love the way it came out. So it's gonna sit on the table. I'll put some flowers on it or whatnot. I don't have enough left to make another one the same size, but I'm thinking 2 little coasters maybe, or I'll just give this to a friend. But has a little bit of a chemically smell. Raw silks usually do. I don't know what the process is for dyeing raw silk. It might be the same acid dye that I use on my wools, but I would have to look into it. Pretty sure all protein fibers use acid dyes, but I like this very much. And like I said, I just winged it. I kept growing until it was the size that I was sure that everything was going to pan out, and then it was going to be a little bit too big if I kept going. I would have liked to because I had so much yarn. I hate having leftovers because I can't mix the silk with anything else. It just won't look right, and it's super duper soft. But yeah, so like some places are really strong and some places you pull at all and it just tufts away. So that's that, and I'm really pleased with it. Did I mention it was a J-hook? Pretty colors. I love it. And the next one is a bit of a personal feat because it's not very big, it's not very complicated, but it is in colors that I don't normally enjoy very much, so it was a bit of a slog. And I think everybody I know heard me complain about having to crochet in these colors, but this is for my mom. She wanted a lap gan, so I made her one. This was actually version 2.0. My first one was not, it was way too wide. So she wanted something that's not gonna slop on the floor when she's using it. So I had to make it a little bit smaller, and I tried actually cutting it and sewing along the edge and kind of basically steeking. And you can steek crochet, but this was not gonna be a clean steek because of the openness of the weave. So I went ahead, and I didn't have to restart. It didn't look bad, but I went ahead and restarted. So this is Red Heart Super Saver on a J-hook. I did my own special way of making a rectangular granny, which I will be sharing, of course. I do like an odd number on the center. Most people do an even number on the center. I don't know why I notice it, but I do. And so I had no planning on this. This is basically use the color until you can't stand using it anymore and then use another one. And I broke it up with these single stripes just because I like the way that looks, how it kind of segments it and kind of pixelates. But we have redwood, gold, and coffee in Red Heart Super Saver, like I was saying. And there is no scallop edging. There is nothing fancy, because my mom loves that minimalistic, simple look, and these are her favorite colors. So I went for it. It was hard because I am a scallop, zigzag, chevron, flowers in the middle of it kind of a girl, and I kept trying to remake this blanket, but she wouldn't have loved it. She likes simple and clean and warm colors. So I succeeded. I'm so happy it's done though. I cannot wait to get it in the mail. I'm going to take a picture of the boys, my boys snuggling with it, pop it in there with the blanket, add on a couple, you know, just presents from Texas, and send it on its happy way to my mom. And that is that for my finished objects. I've been working on some other stuff, and basically I've had craft ADD like crazy. Anybody else suffering from craft ADD? All the whips. I haven't cast on too much. I will share what I did, but for the most part I've been picking up my summer tops that I stopped making when it cooled off, and I've been looking at them and wanting to look more at them. But one of my goals for 2018 was the Shishui shrug. It's on size 5 knitting needles, and it's 2 colors of yarn in a brioche pattern, and it's a beautiful shrug. And I started it off and it's super pretty, but I messed up somewhere. I don't even know where I messed up. That's the worst part. It's one thing to mess up. It's another after the fact not to know exactly what went wrong, because I know this pattern is good because other people have made beautiful Shishui shrugs. Mine didn't work out. You might notice this is really long and this is really short, and they're supposed to be the same. And then over here on the other side, you do repeat. It's kind of like, do this, okay, do that one more time, and then finish with something else. I think we have a guest. So I have a cute little pom-pom hanging from it for my middle point, and I repeated and it didn't work, unfortunately. But I'm gonna have to pull this out and I have to decide what I'm gonna do. I might go with a deeper color in the background than the purple, because right now I'm basically working together these beautiful colors. This is Plank and Stella, and it is Under the Sea, and this is hand dyed by me. I just did some purples and some blues and mixed them together really well. It was a kettle dye. There's a couple little speckles in there of pink because I wanted to brighten it up a bit. My purple was a little dull, and I love it, but I do not know if I love this. I think it might kind of get lost together in a muddy, and kind of muddies each other. So I might look into that. But for now, it's on my ChiaoGoo. This is a 24-inch cable ChiaoGoo. I believe it's the lace. I like the really, really pointy tips. And the needles were fabulous. The pattern is probably fabulous since it's worked for how many other people. It is clearly spoken. There's a video on how to start it, but I started off really well. And then somewhere in my repeats, something got lost in translation. And I'm gonna have to start over. Everybody's like, just keep going, but it's not gonna work out because it's gonna grow. My shoulders are gonna be oblong because one's gonna have a short area and one's gonna have a long area. So it's a bummer. It was living in my cute Hobby Lobby drag along plastic bag, which I love so much. I had to start off on straight needles, so I was working on Clover size 5 DPNs. And now we have to decide what I'm gonna do. And I'm thinking it's gonna become a darker color, even though that might make me go blind. I cannot wait to have this finished object. Usually I'm a project knitter. This one, I want that shrug. It's so pretty. So that is my first work in progress, and unfortunately it's gonna be frogged. I do have something else I'm gonna be frogging. I'll probably show that on a separate episode though. We're gonna go through all the whips again. It's that time of year. Now, my next project, also from my 2018 to-do list, is magical. I have wanted to make this for so long. I do not know what kept me from making this, but I went over to Michael's and they had Karen Simply Soft on sale for $2.49, I want to say, and I was really, really excited. So I start picking them up because they have, I was at this one Michael's and they have a better than average selection of the colors. They tend to have this season and last season kind of run off, and I get really excited when I see all the colors together because a lot of times some great colors disappear and it makes it hard to put fun color combinations together, because for this project I was going to need several colors and I was going to need some deep, some neutral, and some mid-tones. So I show up and I'm just holding, you know, I've got 3 or 4 light colors, and I put the 3 or 4 dark colors on there. And then I'm looking for mid-tones, going back and forth. My husband was so patient with me. He's awesome. And then the pile on my arm just kept getting bigger and bigger every time he peeked up on me. He's like, oh my gosh, what are you doing? Because as I have a little yarn at home, and he's like, he never does understand why I can't just use the other yarn that's at home. But I don't have a big stash of Caron Simply Soft, mainly because I destashed it a few months ago. That might have been a mistake. But I didn't think I was going to use it, and I don't like to keep things around when I don't have anything in mind for them. So, I digress. I am back. Mandala Madness. Okay, so I am on an eye hook on this blanket. Ooh, okay. It's just a boy hook. And I started off, and I'm like, oh, this looks a little interesting. I love it. Right now, this is when I want a complicated crochet pattern that changes every single row. That sounds sarcastic, but it's not. I have quiet time. I'm staying up way too late. I just love it when something changes every row. It just makes it, I'm so excited to see what's next. But on the flip side of that, I might make a mistake. So I went ahead and you know how when you're sewing, you sometimes have a muslin, so you make something in another yarn so that, or fabric in that case, and it's usually a cheaper fabric, so you aren't going to be heartbroken if you make a mistake in the sizing? Well, I went Red Heart Super Saver and made a bit of a muslin. And this is part 1 and 2 of 18 on Mandala Madness. And this is going to be for my spring decor long project, and I'm hoping actually to have it by the 12th when we all finish the whole blanket. I don't know. We'll see it. Fortunately, I'm not up for a prize, so it's okay if I don't finish in time, right? So this is where we are, and I love it. It's so colorful and crazy, and I just love it. This is exactly what my house needed for spring. And so I get there, and then I decided on kind of a corals and oceany color, which is pretty much the theme of my entire home for my Mandala Madness. So this is blankie number 2. This is part 1, 2, and almost finished with part 3. There'll be a little bit more peach before the part 3 is over. So this is them. My crazy Red Heart Super Saver one, and my Caron Simply Soft one. And I love them both. Oh gracious. I cannot wait to see how they turn out. Let me share my yarn with you. Put you guys down. And they're both on an eye hook, which keeps things simple because you knew that mistake was going to happen. Oh, if I had a different size hook, eventually I'd be forgetting one or the other. I threw some green in there. It's probably not going to be used though. I really don't think this will pop nicely against it. I'm going to put that down. But I filled up the whole big basket with Caron Simply Soft. I already have a great big basket of the Red Heart Super Saver scraps in the living room by the fireplace, so I can just reach from there for the other blanket. But I went with a sandy color, and I love Pagoda. They have Ocean too. Ocean is super close to Pagoda, but it's a little bit more blue, and Pagoda is a little bit more green. And I got Navy, which hasn't made its way in there yet. And I got some soft blue. I got mint green. That one I'm going to use a lot. I love mint green. I got turquoise for one of my mid-tone pops. I got, what do they call it? Do they call it coral? Persimmon, which I love. And it's one of my pops too. To go with the persimmon, I got, I think it's Country Peach is what they call it. This one was from Stash. I'm still looking. Whenever I see Country Peach, I grab it because I love it for doll faces. And chocolate. So chocolate works its way into all of my projects. Love chocolate and Simply Soft. And white. And is this sunshine? Yes, sunshine. So this is my blanket. Come here. Come here. Oh, we've lost Pagoda. That's it so far, if you add in Pagoda and the sand. And And inside my little basket, I'm also keeping a cute little sweets bag that somebody made for me, and that's what's going to hold my hook and my scissors. That way I don't lose them. When they are organized, I can keep them all standing up and work with them straight out of the basket, which is always nice. Let's see if we can do that. Boop. As I use more and more of them, it will get easier. This is not my first rodeo in the Afghan game. And I like to be able to see all of the colors so I can decide well what comes next. And I'm loving it. It's really clear. It's a free pattern on Ravelry, Mandala Madness by Helen Shrimpton, and she has a video and an amazing picture-filled tutorial on the website. So if you get a chance to start one, I cannot suggest it more. I've seen a few people make more than one at a time, and it's just making me want to make all of them. Oh, so bad. There we go. So they can all fit. All pretty. And I love my big basket. Hobby Lobby again. They have an aisle of plastic baskets at Hobby Lobby, and they always have the coupon going on, or they're 30% off on their own, which is amazing. Organizing myself here. And I have been working a little bit still on my Emma Granny. Right now it is still my, where'd she go? There she is. She's still in my little garden bag. And I probably put about 5 rows on it. The bigger the square gets, the longer it takes. And it's my purse project right now. So she is about done. I'll probably do about 4 or 5 more rows, which is amazingly simple. It's just a granny square. And then I will make one just like it for the back. I lost my G-hook. I'm still on my first ball of wool like, which I will be doing the review for. I had several people request wool like be swatched and organized, and that will be probably next, if I remember correctly. I have it all listed out. So I have 2 more balls just like this in the violet purple color. Color of the year, right? Ultraviolet. And it's going to be great for spring. I'm optimistic. I worked on it for a few weeks before it cooled down last year, but it's time. So that's all I have for that. If you have any questions or comments about anything that I've done, I keep project pages on all of my projects, but you can of course ask below, and I'm happy to answer any questions too. Ooh, stash enhancement. Okay, so for my birthday month, I always like to initiate swaps with people. I didn't feel like running a swap at the moment with a bunch of strangers, so I went ahead and initiated it with friends. Usually I do it over on a website where I do my swaps, and it just seemed intimidating, so I didn't do it. And I initiated, and I got some of the best stuff. I'm like, calm down, hair, calm down. But, as it were, Hannah over at Cozy Cottage, and, well, it's Kalisha. I want to say Nadira Tani, but Kalisha over at Quirky Monday podcast. I asked them if they wanted to swap, and my packages arrived, which is always, you know, you put something in the mail, you hope it arrives, everything's gonna go well. Fingers are always crossed, and when it does, it's so good. So, but everything arrived, and I got my presents too. I will not go through every little tidbit because they spoiled me rotten, but I wanted to show you what they made, and of course, the yarn. So, let's see. First off, let's do Hannah, because oh my gosh, she sent this. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at that. It's so pretty. It's pinky, orangey, yellowy heaven, and it's Manisteel Uruguay Maxima. Worsted weight, I think there was about 220 yards, yeah, 219 yards. You guys have to let me know, because Kalisha sent worsted weight too. What are your favorite worsted weight patterns for single skeins? Because, ooh, they feel so nice. I can't wait to make something out of both of them. But isn't that pretty? Oh, gracious. It doesn't have a color name. It has a color number, M6220. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you, Hannah. She also spoiled me rotten with tea, and she made these beautiful charms. they beautiful? Oh, I love the red one. It has the red wire that matches. This beautiful, it looks like sea glass. That's so pretty. And I cannot wait to use them. And I'm so glad I get to share with you guys. So now they get to go in full rotation. Purple. I love purple. It's my thing. And she sent me, I already flipped it inside out, but she sent me a bag. Look, isn't that cool? Drawstring bag. And I love a drawstring bag because that way you don't snag your yarn on your zipper. She actually sent it with the glittery purple on the outside, but I'm loving these flowers and it's just as pretty on the inside as it was on the outside. So I get to choose which way I like it. So, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And it was so fun to swap with her. She's a chit chatter. So we had lots of back and forth about what we were going to find and enjoy. And I totally grilled her about everything she liked. Probably thought I was a stalker. I'm like, so colors and hobbies and, you know. Yeah, and she sent me a panel with Wonder Woman. I need to make that Wonder Woman shawl. I have the knitted and the crocheted version in my Ravelry library. So, oh, I don't know. Then, oh my gosh. Kalisha. Oh, and Kalisha sent this cute science set for my son. It was amazing. He just tore into it right away. I have a picture at the beginning of him actually like getting into it. There was no taking it from him. But looky, oh my gosh, so cute. Okay, I'm better. I love sheep. If you look, I don't know if you can see it, but that's my sheep up there. See it by the basket on the top left? Or would that be your right? I think it's your left too. But on the top left, see the little gray sheep? Right by chicken. And I have all my stuffies up there. So he will go live with my stuffies up there. Maybe. After we snuggle somewhere. But she sent alpaca, which is like my spirit animal. And in purple, which is doubly my spirit animal, right? I should just keep it like this. Open up the hank and just wear it around my neck. Like a necklace, because it's amazing. So soft and worsted weight. So I need to find something. I think this one needs to go around my neck. So maybe a cowl. Ooh, I can't wait. And 100% baby alpaca. Does it have a name? Purple Orchid. Pretty. Thank you. And she sent cards and notepads and these super cool nails because I always put on nails before tutorials. And I love them. Look at those glittery things. Look at those. I can't wait. Oh! And beautiful card. And she doodled for me. She also sent tea. Look at that. It's yarn humor. I love yarn humor. And she has fabulous penmanship. I'm jelly of the penmanship, girl. What else is it? Oh, look what she made. Oh my gosh. I don't know where to put it. It's amazing. Maybe by the entryway. I was going to say by the yarn, but I'm thinking maybe by the entryway. That is so cool. Thank you so much. It's beautiful. Good vibes only. And she made it by hand. It even has glitter on it. You can't quite get... Oh, there it is. See how glittery it is? I love it. Lots of tea. And then there's this, which is really cool. She's in Florida. They both are, actually. She's in Florida, and this is called Monkey Farts, and it's a lotion bar, and it's not just banana. I smell banana, but there's something else, too. Does it say? Nope. But it smells so good. It's like fresh, because normally I don't love banana scent, but this smells really good. Almost like a clean soapiness with banana. That's one clean monkey. I love it. Thank you so much. Okay, and that's going to go in one of my project bags because, like I was saying, oh, did I say? I haven't said yet. This time of year, oh, my skin. It's just now getting out of dry zone from the winter. Sorry if I'm crinkling. She sent minis for my blanket. Oh my gosh. So excited. I love the purple one and the pink one and all the ones. And made me a hook. I love polka dots are my thing. I love the blue is beautiful, and I love polka dots. So it's gonna go right home. Looks like it's an I hook, might be a J hook. I'll have to size it up. I have one this color, and I have a feeling it's the same. And that's like, oh, did I cover it? I might have. I had one this color, but I covered it. Did I put on, what? Are you a J hook? No, you're an I hook. She's an I hook. Ooh, I love it. Okay, so thank you, Kalisha, and thank you, Hannah, for making my birthday that much more special. I didn't shop too much. Everything I shopped for on my own was pretty much for sharing with the podcast, and you guys are going to hear about it very, very soon. And that's it for my stash enhancement, aside from all that Karen Simply Soft. Oops. Let's see what I've been liking lately. Gracious, I've been coming out of the whole dry skin thing, and I was wounding my hands left and right, and dry lips. So this is my new best friend. She won't focus, will she? Whoop. It's creme brulee flavored Vaseline for my lips. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. I don't know what it is, but oh, it's like vanilla and butter. It's so good. So I've been living on Vaseline lip stuff. And smell wise, I have been loving, looky, there's, ooh, it got hot. That makes sense. I'll show the bag instead. I have a little burner. Let's see if we can do this without hurting me. Can we? Oh. Doily. Here we are. There she is. Just for a second till I drop it and kill myself. I got one of these little burners with the tea light in it. And then instead of the waxy melts, which I've never liked to clean up after, I know people have their techniques and everything. I've read them all. But they are little pieces of paper rolled up and dipped in the scented oil. I get them at Walmart. Got that at Walmart too, although I saw the Dollar Tree the other day had them for $1. I think I need more. I'm thinking gifts. I could decorate them because they're just white porcelain, so I can decorate those like I decorate the coffee cups and give them out with these cute little scents. So I'm loving the lavender twist. It's like sugared lavender, and I really liked this one too. It's called Apple Blossom. Right now I have them both mixed up in there, and then the other day I went, and I'm thinking this is going to be really nice and clean. It's Rainy Spring, so it smells really good. So I'm hoping that I can get all the scent out of this one so I can start the next scent. I should probably use a little bit less because I'm just in love with them. Every time I go to the store I have to get a new one. And so much better for me than candles are because, I don't know, they seem to, I don't know, I collect candles and they're getting so expensive, and they just end up in a great big old bin, and I collect them for the color more than I collect them for the actual scent lately. And this is so much stronger as far as the scent. And this time of year I'm starting my spring cleaning. We did the kitchen this weekend. I did my son's room. I need to do the littler son's room. I'm just going through everything. I don't know what it is about spring, but spring cleaning is an actual thing. I don't choose to do it, but it's just that time of year. Plus in Texas, oh, the bugs. We have to make sure everything gets debugged because bugs are just big here. They are everywhere. You have to really work hard to keep them out of things with the garden and everything. Oh, the other day I had a houseplant infested with ants because we're really diligent. If anything's open, goes in the fridge, and they went for the houseplant. What? As far as reading, lately I've been on Living Your Yoga, which is fabulous. I bought this last year and I'm just now diving into it. I buy a lot of yoga and yoga books, and just making my way through them sometimes a struggle. But I'm finding the older the little one gets, the more I get to read. And this one is by Judith Lasseter, PhD, and it's just been fabulous. It's kind of about how you can bring, it used to be yoga was so hard to incorporate into your life because it was so encompassing time-wise. So it's kind of how to bring it into your life a little at a time and just let everything kind of permeate and maintain that peaceful bliss feeling. even when you're not actually doing yoga at the moment. Because I do love to worry. I went to the dentist this last week, 2 weeks ago, and I was so worried. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I just started worrying because I have kind of a bony thing up top. I grind my teeth. Didn't put two and two together on that one. And I guess if you grind your teeth, you can kind of get a little bit of a bone buildup. I think it was called a toru. I thought to myself, it's been there for years. And I said to myself, it was the middle of the night, and I said, I have never asked a dentist about this. You would think, I mean, x-rays and everything, they would see if anything was crazy over the years. But I'm like, I don't even know how long it's been there. How have I never asked a dentist? So I got right up the next morning and made an appointment. They got me in about a week later, a brand new dentist who was fabulous. And yeah, it was nothing to worry about. It's just a bone growth because, you know, grinding puts pressure on and bone is building. But that was not my finest living your yoga moment. I totally went anxiety. So happy to have that, happy to see no cavities, yay. And everybody was really sweet to me. All my yarn friends were like, it's gonna be okay. I'm like, okay, I believe you. So hugs to everybody that calmed me down that evening, and yay for a book that hopefully will remind me of myself. And thank you so much for coming. If you are new, I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions or comments, of course, below. And please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it and love the opportunity to get to know you better and share my yarn life with you. If you're returning, thanks again. I hope you have a great week. Let me see what you're making. Go ahead and link me on Instagram if you show any pictures of what you're making. Thanks so much for stopping by, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.